Welcome everyone to another Angel live stream. My name is Micah and I'm going to be your host for today. We've got something really special to share with you this evening. Some of you may already have heard about the amazing story of Dr. Charles Mully, a man who went from being an abandoned child to a millionaire, and then he gave it all away to rescue thousands of orphan children in his home country of Kenya. Well, tonight we're going to hear right from the man himself, because not long ago, Dr. Mully came to the Angel HQ and we got to sit down and have an interview with him. And to add to the excitement, Mully is now streaming on the Guild right now. You can watch the entire film by going to angel.com/Mully Live. Check it out there. It's well worth your time. But without further ado, let's jump into the interview. So first question for you, Mr. Mully, is what led you to tell your story with a film or a documentary? What led you to that medium?
Before the movie, there is a book known as Father to the Fatherless, which was written by a volunteer who came to Mully children family in Kenya in the year 2003. And after that, when he saw what I was doing, and also together with my family, he was so moved, and he wanted to know exactly who I am and why I'm doing what I'm doing. And so that made him to sit down with him, and was able to come up with a kind of that book. And then one time, somebody from Atlanta, USA, read that book, like and many others, but he read it and he felt that he cannot stop. Really, it was coming. He read it 3 times, and he decided to invite me all the way from Kenya to Atlanta together with my wife. And he never told me why, but I came, and then we had a meeting early in the morning together with his wife, and he said, well, I've read your book 3 times, but I found it's fascinating. It's really that story needed to be brought to others in an easy way rather than the book. And therefore, would you mind to allow me give to the world this story of yours? And then I looked at him. I said, yes. Indeed, I had no plan. I didn't have any plan about any, and sort. I didn't know that it was worthy in any way, even the book itself. But I think through the story itself, when he read, and then God spoke through him, and then said, call him. And then I flew all the way to Atlanta. I think that's what the beginning of the book coming in. Scott and Lucas were requested by John, buddies, that they could take heed and be able to produce something that would come into the entire world. And then we met with this Scott and also Lucas. Then we organized how we are going to come. They come with a team to Mully children family in Ndalani, Machakos County, and in Kenya. And so when they came, we that's where we started.
And this film, of course, really kind of goes over a big part of your life, and some parts of your life were extremely difficult. Was it difficult to relive those parts of your life on film?
What I got to know is that my life was so devastated and so miserable, and having known that there was this fact of forgiving my parents who really did what they did instead of bringing me up. And I also remembered the cruel kind of life when my father beat all the time, abused my mother. And at a time when I remember so, he kicked me and this part of my ear, it got some problems right those days. And so that one was made me to think of committing suicide, and at the age of 16 years. And I learned something, and this something was to, when I was taken in a church and by somebody who saw me, an angel of the Lord, I say, an angel of the Lord, because it's somebody whom I did not know when I wanted to commit suicide. He came at the right time, and when he came, then he hit me back here, and then I looked behind, and then he took me to a church, and I found young people dancing and doing that. That was the beginning of me knowing about the power of forgiveness, because I was so bitter about my father. I wanted to fight him, because now I've become 16 to 17 strong men, and then angry and bitter and all these things. And so that was now the beginning of my journey, all the way to Nairobi, all the way. I got the first job of sweeping, cleaning the house, and hard work, and so forth. So that's how my life was. But when I look at the movie now, I see the movie reflect. I see it this side, that it has reflected, even though not 100%, because we cannot put everything. I see that it's a great impact to the society, to many many countries. Because when they see the movie, they have been transformed, and many people, irrespective of their religion, or say Muslim, Hindus, or even the Christian, because Christian there are so many denominations and religions, so it does not separate or segregate those one who believe on this one. They come to see there is love, which is very important. There is very strong hope, and there is the power of humility, and they see the power of forgiveness. And the power of forgiveness brings people together as a nation or as a family. And so I think this impact is so huge, and I pray that it will continue for many years to come.
Do you have a favorite scene in the documentary? And if so, what scene is your favorite part?
Yeah, one which I can connect is that when I see going to the street, even at night, and be able to get the child, from, it's like a grave, it's like a cave. And at night, and putting that child here, and that was, it's not only once, but several times that I've been able to do, that I feel, yes, that was one scene is great. And also the power of miracles, even when we try to drill boreholes, and then we drill free and no water. But now, when I was crying, 200, about 20 boys and girls were sick, suffering from dysentery, diarrhea, because of drinking unclean water. And therefore, I thought, because we live in a very, very, very dry place, and there was no hope of really clean water. And so that one gave me the miracle that happened, and when the Lord said, okay, you stop crying. And when I was crying at night, and I told my wife, let's go. I will show you where the Lord has given us water. And then I called all the children in the morning, the following day, and the children assembled, all of them. When I say children, it's the youth of above 15, even 15 years, and also children from 1 day, and so forth. And therefore, we started digging. Me, I did not do the work, but the young people, the youth, the bigger boys, including even my own son, one of the last born in my family, biological family, and they joined together, and it took about 3 days. They dug down 22 feet, and then they were, we cannot get water. And indeed, they shouted, and they said, Dad, we are doing nothing here. But I told them, God showed me there is water here, and you cannot tell. God never tell lies, and therefore dig, and then use the mattock, because they had no machine, to the hard rock, and then the rock, it could not give yield to water. But one of the young people saw some kind of line drawn on the rock, because of the soil that they removed, and it was yellow and brown. And the water, they eat that gap. So that was sealing water from the rock down. And then the water sprang up. And then we had enough water up to today. It is almost 30 years. And when I remember, and when I saw that saying, wow, I say, wow, God, you live at even this time. It is not only the time of Moses, when he used to be in this world, or Abraham, Father Abraham, but I've seen many, many miracles. So that is one scene that also touches my heart.
Oh, I love that. Another big part of the film, it shares the story of the creation of Mully's children's family. For those in our audience who might not know about this charity and what they do, what is the mission of MCF, and what services do you guys provide?
Our mission and the vision, number one, is to ensure that we get those children who are hearted, broken-hearted, traumatized by extreme poverty, negligence, rejection, and by the society, by communities. And then our mission is to give them an oven, a place where they can have, number one, protection, because children need protection, they need food, they need medicine, but those who have been sick, because we bring them irrespective of the way they are. And out of that, then we always give them also the accommodation, and then the Word of God, and then we counsel them. We have a counseling department for counseling, and then mentorship if they grow, and mentorship to know that as a woman, I am very important because I'm a woman. I am a person as a man because I'm given a responsibility to care even for a family. And so when they grow, we train them about being honest, about the power of forgiveness, forgive those who really were against you, those who led you to this problem, calamities, forgive them, forget. Then the other one is also humility. The power of humility is that you are not the boss. You don't go and then dominate by boasting yourself, bullying other people. So this kind of life, we say, no, that's not the way. The way is be humble, even if you are on top there, then you must humble yourself so that the work that you do, it will bring honor and glory to our God. Yeah. So it is about caring even for the community. We have a program in the community of healthcare, and we organize 3 times a year groups from USA and from Virginia, from Atlanta, North and South Carolina, and many other parts. So every year we have 1 or 2, and also Canada. And the reason is that there are so many people who are really suffering. They don't know, they don't have any access to medicine, they don't have any access and for to get any help in terms of health. And so that we do that, we visit the communities, and we have social workers who go inside, and then we help those one also and train them as a preventive measure about hygienic and dental, as well as body, and also we care for the girls we give to the communities through the schools that we also help in the public schools. And we also feed them over 71 schools that we give lunch so that they can be able to concentrate with education, and they can do well, perform well. We have also of course, the mentorship through counseling in many schools that we do. And we also planted trees, and that is a climate change initiative where we have been able to plant over 25 million trees over the years. And we have also included the community that we give around 1 million seedlings that we make in one of our farm, Mully Children Family in Yatta. Then we give them those seedlings so that they can plant, because what we want them to plant to be motivated. And at the end of the year, the schools that plant more trees, they get the Mully Award at the end of the year, and we give number 1 up to number 10.
No, I love that.
Yeah. So we have also the water conservation, and that's a creating of the dams. We have created a dam where we collect water whenever it rains, and have those dams be able to really to supply water for irrigation, because the area where we are is very, very, very dry. It can take sometimes even 2 years or 5 years or even 10 sometimes. And people need to eat food. But when we have this water, and we have also the knowledge how to do the planting, growing different kind of seed, that has given us a platform to be able to sell our produce to the city of Nairobi, or even the nearest also towns. And at a time that we have been able to sell to Europe, to Netherlands and Germany.
Oh, cool.
And
very cool.
Yeah, for the sustainability.
Yeah.
So the sustainability is part of us, because whatever we do as the operation to help the children, feeding them about education and so forth, we also have that time for nurturing, for training them about the love of God and how to have the really dignity. So there are many, and we have the college, of course. In our college, we have 780 plus. And that one also, those young people who qualify in high school grade 12, then we give them a chance. They are able to pursue on to become good worders, good people in the areas of bookkeeping, finance and administration, entrepreneurship, as well as also training teachers. We train them to become teachers in primary school, in early child education, and also in high school. And then we have several agriculture and the environment. So the MCF is a multi, project developers. And it started in one step, but where we are, we have gone a long way, and I need to ask people, to tell the people that it is possible, and when we have really clear mind, and then we have love for the people, because the work we don't do because of us to get anything. It is only to create wealth for in the minds of the people, and those who had no hope to have hope, and to equip them with the wings for them to fly. So that is part of our ministry.
One part of the documentary that I absolutely loved and was extremely interesting was when you got your mission to start selling some of your businesses and really start working to help children and stuff. A lot of the people around you in the documentary, it seemed the word crazy was thrown out a lot. Yeah. People were like, oh, he's lost it. He's gone crazy, sort of stuff. What was it like, or how did it feel to have people around you being like, are you okay? Like, have you gone crazy? What did that feel like?
I tell you, that was the worst moment in my life, because I was respected so much, because I was a leader in the community as well as also in the church, and I was given that respect, and I was doing so well in the leadership of the church, and also some of the schools where I was the chairman of secondary schools, and therefore just at once, it never took like that, it was at once that when the Lord God called me, and when I heard the voice of the Lord asking, I want you to remember where I brought you from, and think about it and become the father to the fatherless. That was the word. And when these people now saw me as I tried to do what the Lord God has done, and bringing the poor into a house, and our 8 children, very clean, a stone build with a 5-bedroom and a sitting room, and and a compound, a good compound. So our friends, first of all, they discouraged me, and they told even my wife, this is not the right thing for your husband. We know your husband is very hardworking, and we know him as a great friend, a leader, and a good businessman. How can you allow him to really to do what he's doing and associate with the very dirty young people? Because I went, to meet those dirty young people in the streets at night when they were burning tires to warm themselves at night. And that's when I went there, and I was able to sit down with them and talk and share. But then people started rejecting me. I never had friends anymore. At the church, they miscommunicated me, and they said that what I'm doing, I cannot be their leader. And therefore, it was hard for me. And so they also told me not to bring children at their church. And so I took all of them in our place, and then built some temporary building. While I was also at later stage, I went to look for another good place where there was no politics.
Sure.
Yes. And then I went to that place and continued. So what I wanted to say is that sometimes the people change and they can change opposite of your own thinking. And that's why they called me crazy, insane, all the names. And they told my wife to take me to hospital to check whether I was okay. And then my wife told them, he is not crazy. And if he's crazy for Christ. He's crazy for God. And that one, she remained with me on my side. Even up to today, we serve together. And so God did really great things after these people. But 6 years, the 7th year, when we were operating, then the money that I had gone down. And that's now, I started now the life of faith. And seeking the Lord and our God to really be with us and to come alongside. I had also properties, and I kept on selling, and we kept on using the money that we had because I could not go to anybody because I had now a very bad reputation that a man who has lost everything, a man who had no control of his mind and his heart, a man who wanted to punish his own family. So I had a bad name, and so people rejected me, and then I said, okay. But now I can tell you, after 10 years, they were able to see the work, and because they could see the development, the progress, the success that was going on with all the children coming to know their self and get engaged into education and passing very well, doing very well in sports and the games, exam. In fact, one of the things that I also am excited is about when they did the exam in grade 8, the first one, in the place known as Ndalani, where we have now the mothers, a place. They did the exam and grade 8, and in the whole Republic of Kenya, they usually get to evaluate which school, which county as being where. And we came number 1 in the whole of county. The county had more than 2,500 schools, and then we came number 1. And then in Kenya, we were number 11 in Kenya, the whole of the country.
Wow.
And then we have been able to keep that pace and many more. Yeah, I feel like, wow, what about if I could remain according to the wishes of the people?
Yeah.
Where could all these young people, over 35,000 young people have gone through the program, and also the 9,000 that we have in all our campus as per now, where could they be? That are great harvest than being even a billionaire. Now for me, I see it, the billionaire, the millionaire is down there. And here I am with all the team and the people who have been supporting Mully Children Family since then. It is a great stride, milestone.
No, I love that. And something I've been hearing, not just from guild members, but from everyone who's seen the film, is they walk away from the film feeling inspired. They want to help. They want to do something. What advice would you give to people who watch the film and then they want to do something in their own community? What advice would you give those people?
Yeah, thank you. I would like to advise all the people in America or other countries, wherever they are, that it is possible to change the world, one child, one person at a time. It needs only dedication. It needs a lot of, determination, and it needs, the power of God that drives the heart, and by faith to move forward. And then the Mully, we say the Mully movie, not the Mully movie, but what do we call it? Yeah, we have the model, and this model, it includes, about love, about power of forgiveness. It explains about how to start ministry in urban area and rural areas. In fact, even for the people in the slums, those who are poor, I have that program, and that policy is a book that I've been writing, and now it's ready. It's waiting to be published next year, 2026, in March, and it will be available to all. And I would like to say that if somebody want to help the people, I would also be ready so much to pray and also to give some of the materials and even prayer, so that that program can prosper, can be successful, because it is not something like one person or one family doing, but if people, wherever they are, they could think about how can we change this world. And even though the poor, as Jesus said, that the poor will be there, that's what Jesus said in future. But we can break that the wall of utility, of we putting people, those who are poor, the cripples and the sick, far away from us, and we need to bring them closer. And the only way is about love, deny yourself, and meet together and pray and say, God, what do you want? One person cannot do it. It needs many people, and it needs also the anointment of the Lord God, that whatever we do, it is for this little, the poor children, the communities that are in Africa and elsewhere, so that a government can set up a place with some acres and establish, the climate change within, then the agricultural up to the highest point. And so that I would like to say, yes, it is possible.
I would like to close our interview just kind of sharing some impact that your film has had. I'm not sure if you know, but all of our films, series, movies, they all have to go through the Angel Guild. And it's a group of over 1 million people who watch films, and then they vote on whether they make it onto the Angel platform. And of course, your film passed with flying colors. People loved it. And I'd love to share a few comments that we received on the film, because people are allowed to leave reviews and everything else like that. A few of my favorite were, a user said, "What a remarkable documentary." One said, "What a beautiful story of love, compassion, courage, kindness, forgiveness, and redemption." Another said, "This gave me hope for a world that can truly look the way our Lord wants it to look." And then said, "God bless." Another one says, "This needs to be seen by many people as a testament to the blessings that faith and trust and love can build." And there were thousands of comments like that on your guys' film. And I would just love to get your reaction. What has your feeling or your reaction been to the impact that this documentary has had around the world?
Yeah, thank you very much for asking. I have been so humbled, and even now, to hear what people, they think about the movie, and also their great comments. It humbles me, and to know that, yes, somebody like me, I would have really died at the age of 16 years. And I was nothing, racing just, from the ground. And when I look at what God, how He turned me completely at the age of 40, this was a God divine moment during that time. And I would also say to the people that when God tell you to do the good things, don't hesitate, pray and ask, well, is it what you are telling me? Is it correct, or is it your voice, or is it a voice from the devil to only waste your own life? But when He says yes, do in a small way, do in a bigger way, according to the riches in glory. That one, it is possible. Though I encourage them, those who are writing and saying great words to the ministry of the Mully children family. May the Lord bless them, and whatever you have said, it can help also others so that they can also grow, because we want all of us to grow together. We need to be involved. And even those who want to support, they may do it, because without people, we can go nowhere. So we need that really touch of love and partnership and donations then from time to time. And yes, and I'm also happy to say that here in the United States of America, we have the Mully Children's Family USA. And in that we have the account also, and that account we'll be able to give it to you later. And then those people who may hear me or they want to, I think they can also be able to participate, that the Lord give them that strength. And also in Kenya, of course, we are in Kenya. I live in Kenya together with my daughter Dondo and other daughters and sons, 8 children that I have. And we are, I say, we are in the field. We get the bullet from you, and then the bullet we shoot. And when we get the bullet are the money. I'm not talking about really the war, no. But I'm saying that, in other words, we are the one in the field to implement many of the projects that we have, and to ensure that, for example, the hospital that we are building now for the community in a radius of about 100 kilometers, that the people will be able to get help, because many people die because of lack of treatment, and they are not able even to get treatment. And so that's why we are building. That hospital is not yet, it is down somewhere there. And again, what I also pray to God, and I know if it touches people, I would like to see the college be able to grow to university. I've been praying over the last almost 10 years now, and so that we can train young people in our country to become great men and women, and in Africa, because we'll be able to absorb from Zambia, from Zimbabwe, from other parts of the world, even here in the USA. So I think that is one of the two things. And the water conservation, because we are building kind of a water treatment plant that will supply water to the college or university, and then the hospital. And so we are building, but we haven't finished yet. We are looking to the Lord to talk and share, to touch the heart of the people, and then they come in to make us achieve and accomplish that task.
Thank you so much for that. And I think we'll put up a URL on screen now, and go ahead and scan that QR code. We'll also put a link in the description for people to find out more about Mully's Children's Family. So if you want to check it out there, please do so. Also, a great way to support your guys' mission is to, of course, watch the film. So by going to the URL on screen or scanning that QR code, it's also in the description if you want to go there. Join the Angel Guild, watch Mully. It's so impactful and such a powerful story. You're really missing out if you haven't seen it yet. So please join the guild and watch it there. But thank you so much for taking the time, Charles. I really appreciate it. But are there any final words you'd like to say before we close out?
First and foremost, I would like to take this opportunity to thank you most sincerely, together with the team at the Angel Studios. And thank you for welcoming us. And I feel so much loved. I feel so much, appreciated. And I wish you all the best of luck, God's blessing, and in your work. And also when the Mully movie comes for promotions and advertisement coming in, may also the people be able to grasp and take it as their own thing, because this is something it was not made for a particular person or a particular country or particular family, but for all. So welcome to see the Mully movie, and the Angel Studios is going to really to make it happen. And we are supporting the Angel Studios because they have been working for many, many years, and the movie, their work has been excellent. So thank you very much for listening, and be able to team up with us, the Mully Children's Family from Kenya, Africa, and from United States of America. We say, God bless you. Thank you. My name's Charles Mully. I am the father to the fatherless, as well as also being the founder of the Mully Children's Family. I would really like to ask you to see the Mully movie. Seeing the Mully movie, it means to change and transform your life. It is just like many, many, many people who have been transformed this far. My heart is for you to listen and see how God can work through people, through hopelessness. That is where I was, and here I am. Listen to the story through Angel, that you'll be able to see what really God can do, no man can do. Watch the movie through Angel Guild. Thank you so much. Be blessed.
Now streaming on Angel.